This is corn and sweet potato chowder, and it's just a very fresh summer vegetarian chowder. So I've got some fresh corn here. If you don't want to shuck corn, you can also buy 2 pounds of frozen uh, corn that's just the kernels. So I'm just gonna rip this off. Usually this end piece just snaps off, but I'm having a little problem, so I'm trying to manhandle it. The silk is messy, you know. There's people that microwave it. I'm just gonna call this rustic chowder. You just get as much off as you can. Run it underwater. If you get a little bit of the silk, just you're eating God's food. Don't worry about it. So I'm trying to make a level surface on the corn so that I can easily just cut off 4 sides. So I stood it up on the stem end, cut one side, but you can also just lay it straight down the board. Then I'm gonna continue slicing the sides to try to get all those kernels off. And then I'm gonna flip the knife around, clean off the knife so you don't get confused. And this is, this can be dangerous if you don't have super good knife skills, so just be really careful and really slow. And you just sort of milk it, and you're just getting out all that sweet, mushy liquid, and it's also starchy. It's going to help to thicken the chowder a little bit. So do that with all of the corn, and you're going to set that all aside in a big bowl. And we're going to move on to the sweet potatoes and tomatoes. First, I'll do the jalapenos. So I'm going to just slice that in half and then take 1/4 teaspoon and run that up and get all that white pith out and the seeds. That's the hottest part of the jalapeno, so get those out if you're really sensitive. Some jalapenos are hot, some jalapenos are not. You might even need gloves if you're really sensitive to the heat. So I'm chunking the sweet potato pretty small. It's just a little bit bigger than the corn because I want that to kind of cook evenly. I don't make it the same size as the corn because that would take forever, so you would have to have some killer knife skills. Tomatoes, if you want, you can blanch these in hot water. That's much easier than this little process that I'm showing you right here. There's only 3, so I'm using a vegetable peeler, but it is messy. Again, you can make an X in the stem and throw in some boiling water and blanch it, and they'll make it super easy to peel them. I'm taking out all the seeds, but I'm going to reserve some of that liquid in there. And it's kind of a painstaking process, it's kind of knife-intensive soup. But you can make it easier by buying the frozen corn and even frozen sweet potatoes. So moving over to the stove top, I've got a big pot and I've brought it to medium-high heat, and I'm going to throw in the onions. I've got red onions today, but normally use white onions. I love poblano peppers for this, but I only had red peppers today, so you can use red peppers, green peppers. I'm going to throw in about half of the jalapenos and taste it halfway through and see if I want to add the rest of them. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to get the juices flowing. That helps break down the cellular walls of those things. So add a little bit of salt, cover it, and cook it on medium to low. You don't want it to burn. You want it to be translucent for about 5 minutes. So there you can see it's translucent, it's soft, and I'm going to throw in all the rest of I'm going to throw in the spices first, the chili powder and the bay leaf, the salt and the pepper, mix it up, then throw in everything else except for the milk. So it's going to look dry, and you can see this is cooked for about 25 minutes now, and there's some liquid. There's not going to be any liquid to start with. So look at it, stir it, moderate it, but it will be a low heat covered for about 25 to 30 minutes. At that point, you're going to throw in the milk that you like. You can use regular milk. That was oat milk. I've also used almond milk, or half and half if you want something that's really creamy. Throw that in. You can serve it hot or cold, room temperature. I just throw in the milk, bring it up to a soft boil, immediately take it off the heat and serve it. You can add avocado, cooked bacon, cilantro, and it's a delicious dish. Find the recipe at eatsimplefood.com.